We have me, Coach Caboose, and next to me on my screen we have Chloe.
Hello.
We have Other Path. Oh, somebody left. Oh no, he's back.
Click the wrong button.
Oh, we have Other Path or Matt. Can you hear me, Matt?
No, his mic's messing up, I think.
Oh,
Hear me?
yep.
There we go.
Okay.
We have John
Hello.
and we have Dante.
Yo.
All right. Well, if you haven't joined us since the last podcast, last week was our anime episode. And we discussed our top 5 favorite anime. I think that was a pretty good episode, to be honest with you. Since then, a few developments have gone over in my end. I have finally watched Spirited Away, or a Studio Ghibli film. So that's probably taken up my number 5 slot from now on. Other than that, at least on my end, has there been any developments on your end, Matt?
In terms of what? New anime and stuff?
Just new anime or anything that you want to talk about?
No, we did a pretty good showing on Friday for the D&D talk for trying to help new DMs and everything like that. I really hope people come on out and leave some comments and talk to us about what they would like to learn, so we can actually try to help people learn the actual tricks of the trade, in a matter of speaking. So come give us some ideas on what you would like to hear us talk about on this kind of day, so that way we have some ideas.
Yeah.
It would be much to help us out a little bit in terms, I overall think, we play a good part, and I would like to see us keep growing, and the main way for us to grow would be with you guys. So hopefully you guys like what we're streaming, and I hope to get some more of you guys to join us and follow us and hopefully comment.
And I just realized that I made a spelling mistake in the title. Internationals World Women's Day podcast. It's International Women's Day podcast. Today is May 8th. March 8th. March 8th. All right, Chloe, since we haven't talked to you in a while, what's your favorite anime of all time?
Bah! Boy!
Yes.
Right out of left field.
I'll get judged. Okay, I'll get judged for maybe. But mine, honestly, it's Soul Eater. Just because I really like the fighting and the weapons.
That's one of Matt's favorites, too.
Thank you.
Now, how do you feel about Fire Force? Because that's made by the same studio.
I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched
She hasn't
it?
seen it.
No.
Neither have I.
I haven't watched anime in like over a year.
Other than Umaru with me.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Actually, that's kind of a close second.
I'm actually really excited with some of the new stuff that's coming out, or stuff that's obviously we're getting a second season. They just had we just now, actually yesterday, got a trailer for Devil's a Part-Timer season 2, and
Right.
yeah, we got one yesterday. So you can expect me watching that in Japanese when it comes out. And Matt actually just got me the information for Funimation, so I've been rewatching Assassination's Classroom because it's like one of my favorite anime. I hate the ending. The ending is just so sad.
Well, you don't want to do spoilers there.
Yeah, but you should watch it. It's a good anime if you haven't seen it. I actually bought my first manga, or one of my first mangas, yesterday. And I got issue 1 and 2 of Rent a Girlfriend because I've been wanting to watch that. It looked pretty good. I also have Goblin Slayer issue 1, but I watched all of Goblin Slayer. So, and I haven't seen the movies yet.
Okay.
You got your 5? It's hard.
I think so.
It's hard.
Really hard. I had to start cutting people out, and then I just started blanking on everybody. I was like, I don't know who I love.
All right. So
I know I could eventually find this person's name.
So today, because it is International Women's Day, we're going to talk about our favorite women in television and video games, comic books, basically whatever, basically just really whatever we want to talk about. I have my 5. I actually got to turn my phone back on because I have my list. My list is actually is a pretty decent spread. So I think mine is actually pretty good. But yeah, I think that obviously women, especially in games and movies, really need to be represented more because they are an integral part of society, especially in gaming.
They really have been represented, at least more often now. A lot of animes that have had female protagonists lately.
Yeah.
Because, dude, Brand New Animal?
It
was awesome. And it had a female protagonist.
Oh, I actually learned something. And this is not anything about International Women's Day, but actually, this is interesting. I thought I would mention this. They found a new spider yesterday. A brand new species of spider in Australia.
No.
Of course it's Australia.
Yeah, of course it's Australia. But here's the cool part. It has no venom and it has no fangs.
Huh. So how does it eat?
Like a granddaddy longlegs.
Yeah, it's like a daddy longlegs. But
but a daddy longlegs
has
technically
fangs.
Has fangs, and it also has venom.
Yeah,
But it's the deadliest.
No, that's not true.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
actually, it is.
And it will
just
kill.
That their fangs are not long enough to break through our skin.
That's a myth, and that's not true.
Oh, cool.
I think y'all are getting confused with the cow killing ant.
So so they had to obviously make a name for it, and you want to hear what the name for it is? This is really cool.
What?
It's called. Hold on, I sent it to somebody.
Well, it wasn't me. Thank God, I would have thrown my phone.
It's called Abaddon Despoilator. It's actually named after a Warhammer 40k character called Abaddon the Despoiler, who is a chaos general. Because the person who found it was a Warhammer 40k fan, and his brother, I guess, inspired him to play chaos, and that was his favorite general, so he just named it after that. I thought that was funny, and while I learned that, I was actually watching Godzilla, King of Monsters, so it was kind of funny. All right, so back onto International Women's Day. Sorry, I was a little sidetracked. So we have compiled a list of our top 5 favorite females, both in gaming and film and all that.
Gaming, movie, anime, whatever.
Media.
Top 5 women.
So who would like to go first?
I just want to make a clarification. We're starting at number 5, right?
Yeah, we are starting at number 5, going up all the way to our top.
That was a good clarification.
And we can have we'll have one honorable mention put wherever we want if we have an honorable mention.
I do have an honorable mention.
I do as well.
Do not have an honorable mention, so I guess I'll go first.
Okay, you can go first.
Okay. Number 5. Cynthia from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I just like her because she was an actual champion that actually gave me trouble.
Right?
And I love the fact that they brought her back in one of the later games as a surprise fight in that infamous beach house. And you're like, oh, this place has been really long. Pokemon are kind of tired. I need to go to the Pokemon Center. And I'll explore the houses first. What's this one? Then you hear a theme song when you open the door. No! Why, hello there, let me fight you. I just... So there you are, trying to scramble, trying to revive all your Pokemon while she's just one-shotting you with her Garchomp.
That thing is terrifying.
She's just a very strong-willed personality. I like that about her. I'm trying to think what number 4.
We're going around.
We're going around.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
John.
We all gonna do our five.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, John, go ahead.
Snifty.
Poppy from League of Legends.
Oh God.
Poppy.
I'm gonna say this, and the reason why is because the reason why I disagree with you is because of that freaking candy skin before the patch, before the visual update,
before the rework. Yeah,
amazing.
No, Chloe, you did not see the original Poppy.
I did it. It was horrifying.
Yeah, that's the reason why I disagree with that.
He's talking about. I'm talking about the current Poppy. After they reworked.
Current Poppy's fine.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Pre-visual update Poppy, no.
Yeah. I like her because she does have a little bit of self-doubt in herself, but she still fights with her earnest. And she carries a gigantic hammer for a 2-foot tall thing that's carrying a hammer about 5 feet tall.
Her backstory is pretty cool though.
It's always funny. She's like, I need to find the owner of this hammer. Like,
and then she actually is the hero that deserves the hammer.
Be for real here.
Yeah. All right, Matt.
I'm gonna go last this time around.
Okay, you'll go.
Let's hear
last.
Chloe.
Chloe, go ahead.
All right.
Can I do my honorable mention first? Because it just
Sure.
feels right.
Sure.
Okay, I would like to personally honorably mention Lydia from Skyrim because she died for me a lot. and she was my first real wife, and I will always love her. She fell down a lot of mountains thanks to me. So I just want to mention her because I feel like I need to.
All right.
You caused her a lot of pain.
Yeah, I did. She jumped in front of a lot of arrows and flaming dragons.
Oh God.
Are you gonna go ahead with your number 5, or do you want to go back to number 5 when we go back around?
Oh, I don't care. I can do my number 5 if you want.
No, it's fine because I'll do my honorable mention now as well. Okay. My honorable mention is actually Ellie from Last of Us, the Last of Us series. And the reason why is because I love the story of Last of Us, where you're set in a post-apocalyptic viral outbreak. Ellie is immune, and they have to do something, and then it's just a survival aspect, where she has to basically survive against people who want to kill her, and she becomes, especially in the second one, where she basically overcomes all odds to survive. And that's, to me, very inspirational.
That just reminds me of the little girl from The Walking Dead, the Telltale one. I can't remember her name. It reminds me of that.
Clementine, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, man.
She had to watch her fake father
so I
figure
never watched
die.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, that was I didn't watch. I watched maybe season 1 and then halfway season 2, and then I realized, oh, this is a really stupid show. And then I stopped. All right, Matt.
Mike. All right. Were you doing your number 5?
No, I'm gonna do it next time around. Same with Chloe.
All right. My number 5 is actually going to be Zoe Deschanel. How?
Zoe
Deschanel.
Deschanel.
Right. There we go. The main reason I want to pick her is, one, she is a phenomenal actress. She is hysterical. She has an awesome singing voice, even though she acts at times where she acts that she cannot sing, and then she can actually sing. And then I just all around love her in Hitchhiker's Guide and pretty much almost anything that I've seen her in. She's done some serious roles. She's done some straight goofy roles. I would love to see her in some horror movies. I can't wait to see what else she has for us.
All right.
I know it's going to be really cliche, but I loved her in New Girl. I thought that was a fun.
That was a great show. That was a great show.
That was just, she just aced that.
Yeah.
All right, Dante, go ahead with your number 4.
My number 4? Okay. My number 4 is a bad girl, and it's Morgan from Dragon Age.
There we go. She's a fantastic character.
I loved her from the first one where she was just like all standoffish with you and just being just a bitch. And eventually she was like, oh, I can keep you from dying. You just have to make a baby with me. I'm like, oh, okay, this is from left field. And if you do that, they actually made it so it goes through all the way up to Inquisition, where you see your kid, and I have a whole entire side quest with it. And I just love that they followed her story. And if you played Inquisition, then you know the story with her. If you haven't, I won't spoil it.
Yeah, except for the fact that she's straight. I cried for 30 minutes because I couldn't romance her.
Well, I usually just play male characters now.
well, I was hoping she'd be gay like Leliana. Like, come on, man! I wanted my female dominatrix. Damn it!
I was kind of surprised she wasn't just like wasn't bi at least.
Yeah, right? No, she was just like, you got tits, not for me.
Yeah.
I was like, no, why? Maybe.
Well, she had a job to do. She needed to make an old god baby.
Yeah, yeah, technically.
I would not mind if she brought another. I won't be stingy. Just want her.
I like her story. When I first time I played Dragon Age, I tried to kill Flemeth because I wanted to be like, yeah, like she's basically abusing this woman, like. Yeah. And then I lost miserably about 5 times.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Every time
I got slaughtered. I got slaughtered, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's not worth it.
I was like, no, you don't. I'm not losing more.
I went down proudly for it. Damn it.
All right, John, go ahead with your number 4.
Number 4 is Betty from ReZero. She's just a tiny little magic person that lives in a house that guards the forbidden library, but she's never in the same door. So she teleports the library all around, and I think Matt can enjoy that.
I like that one. I gotta give you credit on that one. I like her. I give you credit on her.
But she talks way wiser than she looks. She looks like a child, but she's like older than that. I don't know the exact age. It's been a while since I've seen ReZero, and I need to watch season 2 because I haven't done that yet.
I need to watch it because
I won't do any spoilers.
That's one of the shows I wanted to watch too.
Yeah, I have the DVD and Blu-ray.
But you want to do the spoilers real bad.
Oh, I'm good at not doing spoilers.
No, I was talking about Matt.
Oh, main character dies a few times.
Oh yeah.
No,
I'm good at not doing spoilers. I'm good at not doing spoilers. I hold off.
All right. All right, Chloe, do you want to go ahead with your number 5?
Okay, yeah. So, I don't know if really anybody's gonna know, but mine's from a book. And her name is Selena Sardathian. And she's fucking
Yes, I
amazing. Yeah, you know her. That's because I forced you to read the books.
What book is this?
She's from the book series Throne of Glass. And honestly, the reason I really like her is because she's literally... Her story starts... Well, it doesn't technically start, but the Throne of Glass series starts where she's busted, in prison, been in this prison. It's a labor camp from an empire. So, like, they rub salt in your wounds. They whip you daily. Like, it's bad. She gets taken out because she's a great assassin. The number one, actually. And she's only like 18. It was a kid book. Ish. And she has to go against all these other assassins and all this other stuff and hide who she is. And she's a really prideful person. Selena is all she has. So she's like, has to stuff that down, change who she is entirely, and survive against all these dudes in a very patriarchal kingdom that was made. So she was a pretty girl that wore dresses until she slit your throat. Like, she's just a badass. And in her whole series, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And she goes through so much shit that, like... Also, the author, Sarah J. Maas, is phenomenal, and all of her books are amazing. All of them.
Nice. Then if you like that one, check out The Invisible Library.
Okay. I like books.
I'm just saying. My copy is currently being lent out, but I definitely would recommend that. It is a good read.
My number 5 is also an actress. It's actually like one of my favorite actresses in some of my favorite films that I've seen recently, and that is Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Charlize Theron, I remember when she came onto the acting scene. She's a model. She was a model, and she actually played one of the more infamous women serial killers, in a movie called Monster. And it's based off of a serial killer who picked up, she used herself to pick up truckers, and then while she was in their company, she killed them. And this woman looked bad. Like, she looked like she was using. And Charlize Theron got the role, and they actually literally had to make her ugly with makeup. And
it took a lot of time and care for her to get that role.
Yeah, but she is a fantastic actress. She played in Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
And she also played in one of the gentleman who did John Wick also did a movie with her, and that came out a couple years ago, called Atomic Blonde. And she kicks ass in that film. And they're coming out with an Atomic Blonde 2. And then they also made The Old Guard, which I haven't seen yet, but I heard it was pretty good.
It is a very good movie.
Yeah, she plays a lot of good roles. She can do action, she can do drama, she can do sci-fi, she can do whatever. You just tell her what to do and she'll do it. She's one of my favorite actresses. I wish she would get more roles because she deserves it. Matt.
The only downside is, if I'm right, she's very expensive.
Yeah.
To get in a role, so that's one of the downsides.
Yeah, but at the same time, if she's a good actress, then she's worth the money. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of the
she's asking for a lot more than. But she's asking for a lot more than, like, even if she's not a main character, she's asking for a lot more than she really needs to.
Well, I mean, it's better than Scarlett Johansson right now. Scarlett Johansson is technically worth more, and she's done what 7 Marvel films right now, and she's getting her own spinoff. Scarlett Johansson characters never, except for Atomic Blonde, has never gotten a spinoff. or anything. And plus, you really think about it, Mad Max Fury Road, she was only a side character. She wasn't the main character, but she had such a performance on it where she could have been the main character if she wanted to be. And plus, if she's good at what she does and she trains hard, especially when, she's 45 right now, and she did Atomic Blonde when she was 42. I mean, all that exercise and all that stuff, especially on someone who's a little bit older, that takes a lot of toll on your body, especially for her. I mean, you think about you think about, if you really think about it, it's like Charlize Theron, who is a female Keanu Reeves. Like, she has had a renaissance that is basically like Keanu Reeves. I mean, Keanu Reeves did John Wick in the first one. I don't know if you guys know this, but the club scene in John Wick, he did that when he had the flu. He had 103-degree fever when he did that scene, and he did it in 5 takes. That's a fantastic. That takes dedication, and he nailed it right out of the park. And he's actually making the next 2 back to back when they're filming. So that's why she's my number 5. But,
I agree. She's a phenomenal actress.
All right, Matt, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Raven
from Teen Titans.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Someone disagrees.
Someone disagrees.
What?
I heard someone make a noise.
No, that was Dante. Like, all right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could see it though.
Ray's my man. She's awesome. Come on.
I mean,
she's just.
Like her.
Yeah. Plus, having to deal with her father being the demon lord, and she's like, "I'm still gonna be a hero."
Yeah, she's literally pushing boundaries. She's fighting what she's supposed to be to do what she wants. And in that aspect, she's showing most women that you can do what you wish, like, you can make a better self for yourself, like, make yourself better. And in my aspect, I look at it in terms of, it's a really good point showing you making yourself better. And I like it, Plus, she's adorable.
Yeah. All right, Dante. I think that's number 3 for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead with your number 3.
Number 3 is from a book I've read in high school, which I still need to finish the series. I never got the last 2 books. Maximum Ride.
Okay.
Is a phenomenal book series I just fell in love with. I got the first book on a whim out of my did I get it in the school library? Probably library. I just went in there and I'm like, this will be nice. And I fell in love with the entire story. Basically it's about a girl with her quote unquote siblings. They're
there's 10 books.
Basically government experiments. They're human beings grafted with bird DNA, and so they have wings and can actually fly. So you have these 5 kids, and they're basically being brought up to be weapons for the military. Well, private military. And they, with the help of the person that was, it's been a while since I read them. I think the one that created them and helped them grow up broke them out and basically just said, this is as far as I can get you, you're on your own. And you see them and their journey throughout the world of that world's United States as trying to make their way while evading these other government augmented beings called erasers, who are just these giant men grafted with wolves. So they're basically like genetic werewolves that are basically there to hunt them down and just bring them back, or if they can't bring them back, kill them. And you see her go through this journey with trying to keep her siblings safe. Her youngest Angel is always like the one that's like the one that they're focused on, because she developed unique abilities early on in her youth, and later in the books the others develop abilities too. And Maximum Ride, she basically just has to be like the leader, the mother, the older sister, the babysitter for all four of them. And I just love the entire, when you see her headspace and how she deals with all that on top of running from a private military government. It just kind of resonated with me. So I still
Not
need
to mention the artwork is phenomenal.
Yeah. It's really good. I still need to read Fang and Angel to finish off the series, but Maximum Ride, I love them. And they said they were doing a movie, but I haven't heard anything. And I want them to do a movie.
I've heard about it like 3 or 4 times, but I've never seen anything finally go through.
They probably haven't picked up a director yet, so it's just probably just stuck in limbo. But
like Treasure Planet was.
Huh? Like Treasure Planet?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 3.
Yeah, they did do a movie.
Yeah, it was straight to DVD.
Oh, went straight to DVD. That's fine.
Yeah.
Maximum Ride. It was on Netflix for a while.
Okay.
Now it's on Prime Video.
I'll probably watch it. Well, I like it.
It was pretty good.
Probably
it
not.
wasn't like a copy of the book, so you'll probably be.
They didn't do this.
I hate it when they do that.
Yeah.
All right, John. I think that's your number 3.
Don't judge me on this one.
Oh, I'm judging you. Hardcore.
Ryoko from Tenchi Muyo.
Oh my god.
I've never seen it.
Yes.
So. I'm pulling this up. Hold on. What's her name?
Ryoko.
How do you spell? Oh, that's Raikou. How do you spell it?
I think it's Ryoko.
Yeah, Ryoko. Just put in Ryoko, then Tenchi, TNC.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Space Pirate.
Why'd you pick not Space Pirate? Space Pirate sluts. Like sadistic killer.
Space Pirate with a cute little animal as the ship. Come on! That, and I like her personality. She's a lot looser, figuratively speaking, not dirty mind people. No, not that. She's easier going to go to versus Ayaka. I used to like Ayaka, but then I realized she's just a stick in the mud.
Wait, is Ayaka the purple-haired one?
Yep.
Yeah, the princess.
I got
She's
a
the
big
princess
picture.
girl.
You understand?
But Ryoko's not as dumb as she comes off to everybody as. She's actually a lot smarter. And people tend to forget about that.
Wait! She gets with the guy?
It was probably that reality.
They all do.
Yeah. There's an
it's
arc.
one of the harem
At some point, they all do. Yeah.
There's an arc. There's an arc.
Disgusting.
They kind of all do at some point.
They all do in that arc.
It's the biggest thing is it's a multi-universe kind of one, but Ryoko's similar in every single one except for how they start.
Right.
And the first one I watched as a kid was when she nearly killed him because she came off as an Oni originally.
Yeah.
But then there was another one where she was a space pirate, and then there was a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Washu would have been a good one, but personally, Washu just is a workaholic to me, too much.
Yeah.
What about that? Well, no, sorry. Let's do
Bad choice.
All right. All right. Chloe,
Huh.
go ahead with your number 4.
Okay, so I got very excited when you did yours, Don. So my number 4 is Leliana from Dragon Age.
I knew it.
But to be honest, I didn't really like her in the beginning. I found her very annoying. And she was like, oh, Jesus, lovely.
Yeah. That's because you figure out she's hiding a personality.
And then they realized, wait, personality, make her a badass spy master? Yeah! Dude, when I met Leliana in Inquisition, I heard them talking about her, and I was like, oh, what? How could she be a spy master? And then I met her, and I was like, marry me. Now.
You see the real her in Inquisition.
Yeah, I'm just like, I love you. Please accept my offering. I loved her, but she couldn't go with you on missions anymore.
Yeah.
I cried in a corner for that one.
Diplomatic.
All right. Yeah. I guess it's my number 4. My number 4 is Elena.
Yeah.
Well, they have 3.
Right.
My number 4 is Elena Fisher from the Uncharted series.
Nice.
Elena Fisher, to me, seems like the perfect representation of like a ride or die chick. Because when Nathan Drake meets her in the first one, she's kind of like that reporter who kind of does a story about some treasure that they found or going to find. And then she gets wrapped up in this whole like treasure war between a pirate and Nathan who's trying to preserve it instead of selling it. And then in the second one, she meets him by accident. And then in the third one, again, I think it was also by accident, and then they end up getting together. And then in the fourth one, they're married. So you kind of see that that evolution of the first getting to know you phase, and then getting to know you phase for the first two, or the second and third one. And then you find out at the end of it, at the end of Uncharted 2, Nathan's actually afraid of clowns. So that's actually a really interesting thing. But in the fourth one, they end up together, and I think that's the perfect evolution of a video game romance.
So then why not April O'Neil in that aspect?
April O'Neil?
Yeah.
Remind me again.
TMNT.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I've never seen it. TMNT.
It's been a long time for me, so I don't remember much.
April O'Neil, she's a reporter, and she ends up joining the Ninja Turtles.
She was also played by one of the hottest babes in the live action. Come on, how could you do me like this, guy?
Because, hun, I saw Jennifer's body before TMNT.
I did too, and it got me excited.
It did not get me excited. It made me
Why?
go.
She's hot and she eats dudes. It's fine.
You're talking about...
She has a horrible personality.
Are you talking about Megan Fox?
She's great.
Yes.
Titties.
Megan Fox. I'll talk about the original April O'Neil.
Yeah.
No, we're talking.
I know. I'm just saying she was...
Plus,
talking about the actress.
Plus, I also think that in the latest TMNT series, I think she's been killed off in the last Ronin series. I think everybody's just about killed off except for Michelangelo.
In the comic?
Yeah, in the
last Survivor.
The last Ronin series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelangelo is the best one, anyway.
I like the one where she was their little inventor.
All right, Matt. What's your number 3?
With Chloe Grace Mortens.
Yeah.
Mortens.
Oh, Mortens, I love her.
Main reason for her age, she has been a phenomenal actress. And she has starred in so many different types of movies. It just awesome, like point blank. She's done horror. She's done serious. She's done comedy. And what? She's doing Tom and Jerry right now.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry's out.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope that it doesn't tank her career. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a horrible movie. But
she should be fine.
Yeah.
She'll bounce back.
Yeah, she usually does. If she can bounce back from Carrie, then she can bounce back from that.
I mean,
I'm sorry, but the last Carrie, the one that she was in, it was horrible. But the you can't beat the classic.
Yeah, but Kick Ass.
I forgot that she was in that. Yeah.
Her character in Kick Ass? No, it's phenomenal. She's the whole reason I watched that movie.
I have actually recently watched that film. I haven't seen it before. I think maybe 2019.
Oh wow, I love that movie. My cousin Kayla and I used to watch it together all the time.
It's okay. I mean, the second one was a little bit better, but not much. I mean, Jim Carrey's character in it was pretty funny.
I think they're both really good. I have memories and feels with the first one, so.
All right.
I'm always gonna like the first one better, but it's just because sentimentality.
Always.
All right, Dante. What's your number 2, bud?
My number 2. Number 2 is Uma Thurman.
There we go.
Kill Bill. When I finally watched it, it took me a couple years to actually watch it. I was like, I need to really sit down and watch this. I finally watched both of them, and the first one was so amazing, my mouth wouldn't stay closed the entire time. Just this greatness that I'm witnessing.
It's sad that I haven't seen Kill Bill, and there's a couple reasons why I haven't. The first reason why is I don't really like a lot of Quentin Tarantino films.
Okay.
And
are you telling me you don't like Pulp Fiction?
No, I was gonna say I know her more from Pulp Fiction than I know her from Kill Bill. Oh. And the only reason why is because of the ultra violence. I can't the whole blood thing. Or the gore, and I can't do a lot of that. But
really?
Yeah, ironically, I know I've seen Pulp Fiction before. But that one's not, to me, it's not as gory as Kill Bill is. With people's head flying off and fountains of blood coming out of their head and all that. But
I'm an extremely bloodthirsty person.
Also, it's never really seemed very appealing to me because I think the stories, at least for me, is a little confusing. But I mean, it is what it is. She was really good in Pulp Fiction. She was good in Batman and Robin, I believe. I think that's the one with George Clooney. Yeah. Yeah. And that was the only saving grace of that film. She's been in a lot of other films, though, and she's always done a really fantastic job.
Yeah.
You're saying Batman doesn't need nipples on his outfit?
No,
he doesn't.
No. And also, isn't it?
How else is he supposed to cut diamonds?
Isn't that also the one where they introduced Batwoman, right? Or Batgirl?
Batgirl,
Batgirl.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that.
Batgirl and Batwoman are two different characters.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that.
I know.
All right. John, go ahead with your number. What is it? 2?
Oh, she was on my list.
Yeah, I think it's number 2.
Yep.
I like Alberto.
I knew it.
Who is it?
Alberto from Overlord.
Oh.
Picture. If you haven't noticed something, I like big weapons apparently. Especially giant axes, women in armor.
People with big personalities.
No.
More the fact that she's extremely loyal to a fault in her case. But you got to also remember, she is managing the whole building while the Overlord is not there.
Yeah.
So she has to take care of
true.
everybody.
She's the best.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a natural leader in this case, and I think a lot of people tend to forget about that.
She's the best angel mom.
She's a devil mom.
She's a succubus, really.
She can't wire her horse anymore. She can't ride her horse anymore, by the way.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, I remember that episode. All right, Chloe. Your number 3?
Oh, thanks. I forgot my number. So, like, honestly, my number 3 is, Garnet from Steven Universe, but also all of them. All of the gem moms.
Yeah.
Because the more I've been thinking about it, they each bring something so different, but honestly, the reason I had to pick Garnet out of most is there's an episode where it shows her abilities and her ability to see the future and how she's constantly bombarded with everything that could possibly go wrong with them and Steven and Pearl and all of them, but she still just sucks it up, puts on her big boy goggles, and leads the team.
I love her theme
Also, her love story is just beautiful in every form of, and she's just
her theme song's great.
Yes, I love Garnet so much, and just her love for Steven, like, I guess their love, because they're just rocks, but still.
She's made of love, that's all it is.
Yeah, and just, oh. Yeah, but
Garnet
Bird Mom's great
awesome.
too. Huh?
Garnet is awesome.
Garnet is amazing.
Out of that.
But Bird Mom's character development is amazing as well. I love Pearl.
Pearl, yeah, she had a really good character arc when she finally came into her own.
Yeah, her arc is why I like her. And Amethyst, she's just awesome. I love her. She's great. You can't not like Amethyst. Okay, sorry, that's all.
Okay, so for my number 3, this is actually going to come as a surprise because I know that Matt probably thinks or knows this character, and I think a couple people here know it, and it's actually Yennefer of Vengelberg from The Witcher 3. Not the live action one. Not the live action one. I think the live action one is kind of a little bit toned down than it is in 3. And I understand it's because they have to tell a story. And the season 1 of Witcher only covers the first 2 books, The Last Wish and something else. I forget the other book. But the reason why I like Triss, or not, the only reason why I don't like Triss is because I think that I understand that she's only in The Witcher 2. I think I haven't played the first Witcher because it was only on PC when it was released. But I played Witcher 2, and I found Triss's character being very lackluster, but I found Yennefer more interesting. I think in The Witcher 3, it further develops her story, and I think that it's really cool to see Ciri as looking at Yennefer as a mom instead of another warrior, but she sees Geralt and Yennefer as more of a mom and dad character than anything else. So I think that's actually really interesting in terms of her. And we'll probably see that in the TV show when it comes further down the storyline. But I think, and that also she Geralt also has a lot of funny moments with Yennefer because of their past. So that's why she's my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she's also a really badass sorceress.
True.
All right, Matt. Go ahead with your number 2.
So, I was originally going to just go with Maka from Soul Eater. But then I realized, I'm like, you got the Thompson twins, and you got Sabaki, and a couple others from Soul Eater. And I had to just change it to the Girls of Soul Eater. The main reason is they are pretty badass for being a bunch of girls that are teenagers going out into this world to pretty much take on a whole lot of crazy. And at that, that's a whole lot of crazy out there that they're trying to take on. Like, picture in pretty much the beginning, you have Maka going up against Jack the Ripper. And then you have, that's right off the bat, that's just straight up crazy. You have Savaki, who is at one point showing how you have to go and fight your own internal battles before you can, like, help others. And then you have the Thompson sisters, where it shows that you gotta stick with your family through thick and thin, and how it really helps out. And how a lot of people go and work well and pretty much watch each other's backs for a lot of it. It's a lot of different things that they all show each other. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of joking and stuff like that too, but at that same point, the Thompson twins, they're always joking around and stuff, and they always have some laughs. But, you can't look at all only just those four. There's all different girls in there. You have a ton of students at school and stuff like that. And they all seem to be going through a whole lot. And when you watch their entire story arc and stuff like that, they all show quite a personal amount of growth. And I gotta say, it's kind of nice showing that, like, they all are willing to support each other. And that's pretty much what anybody should do.
All right. I've personally never seen Soul Eater, but it's on my to watch list.
I know.
But there's a lot of people who say the same thing. Did you miss it, Chloe?
Yeah, she did.
No, she was wearing her headset. I didn't know she...
Wait, I have to reconnect my headset. It doesn't play nicely this close. I heard some of it, but I can't talk because
he said all the girls from Soul Eater.
Yes! All of them! Especially Tsubaki, though. But all of them, but Tsubaki.
Yep.
Thank you.
All
Thank you for that mention. They're beautiful creations, and I love them.
All right. Number one for Dante. What's your number one, bud?
I'm gonna have to go OG, and it has to be Storm from X-Men.
There we go. Yeah.
Omega level mutant. Start off. Basically becomes the backbone of the X-Men for a lot of the arcs, and she has so much personal background that keeps coming back to haunt her, and she has to push forward past it, with her being a thief in her youth and being used by the Shadow King, having that shadow over your head kind of literally, and her recent arc in the new Dawn of X arc, where I don't want to give spoilers. People want to read it, so I'll just say, if you're going to read Dawn of X, you're in for an amazing ride. First read Powers of X, House of X, but Dawn of X is just such a good art. It puts the mutants in a really strong position, which they haven't been in a long time. And I've always resonated with the X-Men ever since I first watched the original series on TV when I was younger. And seeing Storm having to be this mother figure, as well as sometimes being the leader, but also dealing with having to control her obviously dangerous powers, and just doing all that back and forth, interchanging. That's why I see her as my number one pick.
Nice.
Storm for me is number 1.
Yeah, that's a really good pick. That's a really good pick. Right.
Mine is pale in comparison, but I'm gonna commit to it.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
I like it.
I'm sorry. I picked the Omega level mutant on all of y'all.
He's like, I throw Storm.
All right, John.
Shinobu from Monogatari.
That was easy for you to say.
No,
What
it
was that?
isn't. Monogatari. Basically, it's just a little tiny vampire that is fused with the main character as his shadow, to the point where either if he wants to go back to being himself again, he has to kill her, but he doesn't want to. And she constantly wants donuts. Chloe's seen her in both of her adult form and kid form. When she's in her kid form, she's more childish and playful. Adult, she just wants to kill people.
Is she my stickers?
No.
Oh.
She's the blonde. The two blondes that sit beside each other. One's in the chair.
Oh.
I don't know which one that is.
She's pretty.
You actually got me. You actually got me on one right now.
It's not it. You haven't gotten me because I don't know half of these. But go ahead.
I'm like, God, what is?
Yeah.
I feel anime illiterate when it comes
That's
to
the true name if anybody wants to look her up. But the other name I mentioned is when she's in her kid form, and that's the form I prefer. She's like 1,000 years old, at least, if I remember correctly. She's one of the older vampires, and the sun doesn't really affect them like you would think.
Kind of like
I like her because she can be a complete badass when she wants to, and she can just be super playful when she wants to be. The best way to bribe her is with donuts, though.
Gee, does that remind you of anyone?
I don't know,
That's
does
the
it?
best way to grab most people.
All right, Chloe.
Here's a donut.
My
Chloe,
turn is my number 2, right?
Number 2. It's you and I's number 2.
Okay. Please don't hate me. It's Peach from Mario.
Okay.
But for like multiple reasons. One, she has to deal with the bullshit that is Mario and Bowser, and come out fine and happy and ready to make cakes. So like, she's either mentally not sound, which makes her cool, or she's totally fine and has a bad egg. 2, she had her own game where she rescued Mario, and that was actually super fun and a very popular DS game. And she was a lot of fun in it, and she's powerful. Also, she's a baddie in Smash. Like, she's strong. I like her. And I watched this Game Theory, because I love Game Theory. I think it's a lot of fun.
Same.
But I watched this Game Theory where she was like evil, and I've just decided to believe that that's what it is forever and always. And she's just become amazing to me. It's
Until the new crown has been picked.
Yeah, I really like her. She's part of the reason all my electronics are pink.
All right.
Theme colors, man.
My number 2 is a duo. So I couldn't pick. So I decided just because the company who makes these games does a fantastic job of casting. And it's female Shep and any of the female characters from Dragon Age, especially the Inquisitor from Dragon Age Inquisition. For Fem Shep, I'm really excited to play again as female Shep in Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which I went ahead and pre-ordered already. So I'm going to play that and stream as well. Jennifer Hale does a fantastic job with the voice acting. She's played ironically, I did not even know this, but she's played Ayla Secura from Star Wars, the Clone Wars animated series. And she also played Ayla Secura in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, where Ayla Secura has like a brief, like maybe 1 second line. And she plays that voice. But she also does a ton of video game voices. More recently, she was in Marvel's Avengers for PlayStation and Xbox. The one that tried to basically kill itself because it was so bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It was terrible.
It had no content at
exactly,
the end.
Exactly. So it tried to kill itself. It's like Anthem. You know, Anthem had a cool concept. Terrible launch. Terrible execution, and that's why EA decided to kill it. Also, she played like I said, a lot of characters. The voice acting is fantastic. The Inquisitor is a badass. FemShep is a badass, especially when you get to the end of Mass Effect 3, when you have to make that oh so precious choice of how to end the Shepard saga. But hopefully with the tease that we got on N7 Day, that will continue Shepard's story. So, yeah, like I said, Jennifer Hale, fantastic voice actress, does a fantastic job. FemShep, Inquisitor's a badass. That's my number 2. Matt?
So I'm going to go with my number 1, and then once you guys are done with your number 1, I'm going to do my
honorable
mention. Yep. All right. So my number 1 is actually going to be an entire group of women. You'll actually find them right here on Twitch. They are a team of gamers. You'll actually see them. They're called Team Kitty TV. They're a group of video gamers. They do a lot of outreach. They are phenomenal. They're really nice. If you ever get a chance, watch their streams. They're awesome. They do a ton of stuff for the community. They do all sorts of stuff. They raised a ton of money for the Children's Hospital last year and stuff like that. So I also got to give them credit for that. You know, they do a lot of different things, and right off the bat, I think that's awesome. Right off the bat, right there. So that's why I got to put them as number 1, because, come on, real people, like, not anybody straight up famous where everybody's going to hear about them. So I want to at least go and give them a shout out. You know, it's everyday people trying to make a difference.
All right. That's a great number 1. All right, Chloe. The number 1 babe of all number 1 babes. What's your number 1?
Okay. So, like, to be completely honest, I love Fire Emblem, and I really couldn't decide.
Oh, yay.
Right. But I had written down female Robin and female from Fire Emblem Awakening.
Okay.
Because I love them. They're amazing, and how they handle the scenarios. And, like, I picked the blank-faced Robin, and she was, like, short. So she was just a tiny little sassy thing. And I loved her. She stole my heart. It was one of the first Fire Emblem games that I was so attached to the main character I played all the way through. And, but, like, I got to thinking, and I'm playing 3 Houses, and I'm playing Edelgard's Path.
Yeah.
And she is a badass. Like, all of her stuff that comes with, I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, but all the stuff that comes with her, and, like, as you play her stuff, and, like, I have a huge crush on her now. One, like, if she was real, she'd be my freebie. Like, that's how intense I love this girl. But I had them written down, and I wanted to do them justice, but over time it's kind of become Edelgard.
Yeah.
But those are my number ones.
I can feel you on that. Yeah.
It's just hard. Their ladies are nice.
Yeah, I haven't played Three House. Well, I played a little bit of Three Houses, but I haven't played the entire thing. I do like Fire Emblem games, though.
Sorry, I just want to talk with ice cream in my mouth. Which class did you go?
Whatever the blue one was.
Oh, the blue lines?
Yeah. Blue's my favorite. Blue's my favorite color. So.
I know.
All right. So my number one, and this is actually honestly not really a surprise. My number one is Ellen Ripley from Alien. Alien and Aliens continues to be one of the best movies of all time. And the reason why that is because back in the 70s when it was made, the action films were all very male-heavy leads. And Alien was the first one, I think. Well, excuse me, Aliens, the second one by James Cameron, was a more action film than suspense or horror, which was Alien. But back then, when you had like Die Hard or Kramer versus Kramer and like other action films that were made at the time, like Moonraker, Apocalypse Now, Rocky III, Jaws 2, Superman, all of those films came out same time or around the same time that Aliens was made. And Aliens was the first time a female protagonist was ever like spotlighted. And Sigourney Weaver did a fantastic job just playing Ellen Ripley. And we now have a new Alien title being introduced. I don't know if anybody saw, but Alien Fireteam is coming out this summer. And it's a 3-player co-op third-person shooter set into the Alien universe. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna. They already have my money. Yeah, just if it's not as bad as Colonial Marines, I'm down. But if it's good as Isolation was, I'm good.
Yeah,
Isolation was a fantastic game, hands down. It scared the crap out of me whenever I played it. So yeah, Ellen Ripley definitely number one. All right, Matt. Honorable mention.
My honorable mention goes out to all the women that we did not get a chance to mention. The real women out there that are the nurses, the doctors, the EMTs, the everyday heroes that are out there making like everyday life better for our like everybody out there. They're putting themselves in risk or doing anything to make somebody else's life easier. That right there is something I know none of us would have been able to pinpoint one person for. So I want to just give that shout out to every one of them. Because come on, we all needed one of those women at some point in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to at least point that out. So I want to put the women of the world out there that have been doing that stuff for everyone out there as my honorable mention.
Yeah, that brings up a fantastic point, especially over the last year. You know, I think professionals like that have had it worse than on. It takes a real strong person to get through that. So yeah, definitely. I mean, every woman is strong, to be honest with you, and you know, every person, you know, especially nowadays, every woman is strong. Well, I mean, not nowadays, but every woman is strong just in general. You know, just having to put up with a male-driven society, you know, just putting up with that is, you shouldn't have to put up with that because it's BS. But
nobody should have to put up with anybody else's
yeah,
BS.
I agree. You know, everybody's entitled to their own to their own say. So it's stupid half the things that that they have to put up with, and it's annoying, like, because you have decisions being made by people who aren't women, who are especially policymakers. They're not women, but they're making decisions on women but they're not women. So in my opinion, they don't have any say.
Yeah, but they have say because they have wives and daughters.
Yeah, and it makes the argument irrelevant. Yeah. Which is it's total
It's like,
BS.
I have a wife, so I'm gonna make the decision on if they can have. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna stop myself right
Yeah,
now.
that's why
you should just stop. Yeah,
I'm gonna just stop there.
I mean, there's things that we're
not gonna bring politics into this.
Yeah. But all right, so that's our top 5 with honorable mentions. We're in about 1 hour and 11 minutes in. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about? Maybe things that you're looking forward to coming up?
I have stuff I'm excited about.
What? Well, go ahead.
No, Dante seemed very stoked.
Yeah, Dante seemed really excited.
They just had a digital event from Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2 this morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still thinking about it.
That's part of what I was excited about, because
Monster Hunter Stories 2 will come out July 8th. I think that's what they said. I have to look at it again. But Monster Hunter Rise, they showcase they're bringing back 2 very good monsters that I love, Zenogre and Nargacuga. They show new content with all the 13 weapons, where if you play Generations, has any of you played Generations?
No.
A little.
I haven't played any Monster Hunter game.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I have. Ironically, my friend bought me Monster Hunter World when it came out, but I have not played it yet.
Play it.
Call me and I'll run you through it.
I have it on PC, but I think I got it on PS4 as well.
Yeah.
Or PS5.
I'll run you through stuff. Like God Level Hunter, I'll just sit there and play my hunting horn and keep you alive while you're fighting.
Dude, I'm Insect Glaive. I'll just shoot it a bunch of times in health clouds for days. You'll just never die.
I have actually something really cool to talk about, and that they company has actually released statements on. So Diablo 2 actually has received more press about the resurrected gameplay. Obviously, we know it's cross-play.
Yeah.
But it is not it's cross-progression. It's not cross-play.
Between back and forth.
Yeah, but it's not cross-play. So if I had an Xbox and you had a PlayStation, we can't play together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But the coolest part I think was interesting is Diablo 2 Resurrected. You'll be able to import your save files from 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So I have a save file from 2002 that I got to Ball, and I haven't been able to beat him. So now I can actually go back on my PlayStation and 4K graphics, 60 frames a second, and beat him. Yeah, it's still not beat him. Other than that, obviously we already said that.
I know. I'm looking forward to the new. They finally almost completely finished the roster for the actors and actresses for the new Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, they. They are. Are you talking about the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie's already should be releasing next month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
I'm excited for that. You're coming over to watch that, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it. We might have. Well, hopefully by then I should have enough stuff so we can have a nice size fire.
Oh hell yeah!
I might see about taking like a day or two off. in a row. We could just have a giant big group
Yeah.
and do burn.
And we need to actually get together and start making cooking stuff for the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I have a couple things I want to try. Obviously, we need to still try to make that drink, but that would be fun.
But yeah.
What else? What else?
Chloe's like bouncing up and down. She's like, I got
I know.
something.
I got. She's like, I got something. I got something.
Oh, we got Chloe.
Arceus.
What is it? What was that?
Arceus.
Arceus. Pokemon Arceus.
Pokemon Arceus is coming out, and you study the Pokemans and catch the Pokemans, and it's just.
Yeah.
I hope it actually performs better than what it looked like in the trailer.
But also, other thing I just noticed, I saw it on Twitter today. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Sinnoh is getting a remake, and it looks. But Sinnoh is getting a remake, and that was my favorite one. Cynthia 2.0. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of what they're gonna make her. Are they gonna copy it, or are they just gonna keep the Garchomp?
I've actually never played Diamond and Pearl. I stopped after Sapphire and Ruby.
No.
So I've never been to the Sinnoh. I've never been to the Sinnoh region. So this is my chance to actually get into
Platinum either.
I stopped after Ruby and Sapphire, and then I picked back up after Sun and Moon.
Would you ever consider playing Platinum? I only say it because, to be honest, it has one the story in it is it's actually really great.
Actually, funny story about that. My fiance actually had Platinum, and so she's played it. She's played every single one, I think.
Yeah.
I think just about every single one. But
I was really excited about Let's Go Pikachu, and then I didn't pay attention and realized that all you do is just catch the Pokemon. Well, it's really cool. It's cool.
Yeah. It was a cool concept, and I actually really enjoyed that Pokemon better than I like Sword and Shield. And the reason why I like it more is because it's a little bit of a flashback to.
Whoa. And you ride on Snorlax's stomach.
And you're right. Yeah, that's.
That was just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. That's like you take my money now. I mean,
TBH, dude, I called John. It was like 11 o'clock, and I called John, and I was like, "I'm riding on Snorlax's stomach."
Another thing that I'm actually looking forward to is Pokemon Snap, the new Pokemon Snap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
I never got to play the original. This is my chance to play a Pokemon Snap.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be really cute.
Another thing, I think they actually said that they might be doing another Warcraft film. They might be doing it with the rise of popularity of Shadowlands, bringing people back. Mm-hmm. They said they might be doing it again.
They have to do it better. They would just toss the story in there with no idea what's going on.
I really also fans of D&D during BlizzCon, Critical Role did a Diablo one-shot.
I still need to watch that.
Yeah, BlizzCon.
The Critical Role one-shot.
Yeah. That was actually it's actually pretty good.
I have not watched almost any Critical Role. I think I've watched 1 or 2 episodes.
I've been following it recently, and they're in such a tough spot that I'm dreading what's going on coming up Thursday.
I have not listened to or watched any Critical Role at all. So I really need to watch because Matthew Mercer is a freaking gem, and we need to protect him at all costs. Especially he does fantastic voice acting too. He plays a lot. I didn't even know that he did this. He actually plays McCree on Overwatch. I didn't know that, and he actually plays another character on a series I'm getting ready to start, and that's Yakuza. Like a Dragon. He plays a character in Yakuza.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a side character, I guess. I I don't know. I haven't really played it.
I have a friend who played it, and he just preaches that it's the greatest thing ever because there's so many references.
It looks funny. It looks really funny.
You will love it because the main character is literally obsessed with everything that is RPG. And the gameplay is exactly like an RPG.
All right. So we're at about.
I feel like I know what our next week's topic is.
RPGs.
Next week's topic is gonna be video games or games.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about that, especially our top fives.
Limited.
Top five games.
I think it's
Not
top
possible.
10. I think it's top 10.
Top 10?
Yeah, top 10,
Top 10?
yes.
Top 10 games.
So I also like
Top
to shout.
10 games.
I'd also like to shout this out for anybody. We're at about 1 hour and 21 minutes right now. So we're getting ready, pretty close to the cutoff. I'm actually going to be streaming. Well, I've already streamed the first episode of my new Total War World Conquest Dwarves campaign. Went fantastic. I'm in control of half of the green-skinned land right now. Actually, I'm about maybe 2 settlements away from conquering the greenskins. So those orcs are going to be dead. But now I have the Skaven on my back. So got to figure out how to deal with the Skaven. So that's going to be fun. I'll be doing, hopefully, session 2 on Thursday night around 8 o'clock. I think that's usually what I go at. So if you're watching, tune in for that. Also, I will be trying to stream Ghost of Tsushima, which that made news recently because the developers have been considered partners and ambassadors to the island because of bringing awareness to the historical aspects of Tsushima.
Which is very good.
Yeah.
They did that. They raised money to save the historical sites on the island. So.
Yeah, which is fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Such a good game.
Yes, Ghost of Tsushima, very smooth looking game. The color palette is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
If
play it in Japanese dub.
I try to, but the problem is I'm anal about some stuff. So like if I see it in Japanese, it has to be mouthed in Japanese. But the whole game is mouthed in English, and I can't stand that because the people are speaking in English, but I'm hearing Japanese, and it bugs me to no end.
Gotcha.
I actually want to go back through it and do it in Kurosawa mode because it's actually better. It's actually black and white and in Japanese. And Kurosawa mode is named after Kurosawa, the same director who did The Seven Samurai.
Yep.
And
I tried to do it in Kurosawa mode, but after a while, the light in the game kind of blinded my eyes. I'm like, I need color.
Actually, and something else was interesting is the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly that was in or The Man with No Name saga that Clint Eastwood was in the old Western films is actually based off of Kurosawa. It's actually named after a movie that he did back when he was making films. I didn't even know that.
Wow.
I don't like westerns, so
yeah, I don't watch westerns either.
The only really good I've seen only 2 good westerns, and that's the one 310 to Yuma with Christian Bale and Russell Crowe. Fantastic film. And the remake of True Grit. That's also a really good one.
About 1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
I didn't like that one. Ironically, Charlize Theron was in that one. She was okay, but I didn't like Seth MacFarlane. His jokes in that one were so bland. Ted 2 was funnier. And the only reason why I like that movie more is because of the scene when they're in the fertility clinic. I laughed so hard I got hiccups. If anybody's seen that film, you know what I'm talking about. But it's friggin' tastic. It's so funny. And also I can kind of I can get the accent because I hear it. I used to hear it every day. I don't have anything to announce. Anything else to announce? I already announced. Plugged my stream for Thursday. Does anybody else have anything?
Don't forget, Friday nights are our D&D nights. I believe we are actually going to be playing on Friday, if I'm correct. But still join in to watch or listen to our campaign. I believe Duroc is DMing, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
We're continuing
It's been so long.
his campaign. I know.
I made that quest into a saga. Sorry.
You're welcome.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. We'll make it. I could always nuke the world again. No.
Also,
I can always jump down a hole.
You'll see. You'll see what's gonna happen.
Also, another thing that I failed to mention: does everybody here play Magic?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No, Chloe. No. Time Spiral Remastered's coming out.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh yeah.
Time Spiral Remaster, and then I think they were also introduced some new mentions about the new set. I think Strix, I think is the next one. But they also, and this is actually the coolest part, I think, that I'm really super excited for. Matt already knows what I'm going to talk about. They're introducing new commander sets. And the new commander sets are going to be expanding the universe of Magic. And the sets commanders are going to be, there's two sets that I'm really interested in. And one of them is Lord of the Rings. They're introducing Lord of the Rings as a commander set. And then the other one, and I'm really excited for, is Warhammer 40K. So it's going to bring in the 40K and Lord of the Rings into the Magic universe, which I'm really excited for because, I mean, Warhammer 40K is like one of my favorite things to read about right now. I actually almost bought the book about it because about the Horus Heresy, which is a whole other.
I know what to get you for Christmas.
Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of things I could go for Christmas, but there's a lot of books about it. It's a whole anthology. I actually almost bought. Go ahead.
Go for it.
I almost bought the first two manga of Sword Art Online, but the problem is it was an omnibus, so it was like one thick book, and I wanted to have the first and second volume so I could have it in my collection, and then I could just go on with the next arc and all that. But they didn't have number 1 or number 2.
This is 1, 2, and 3.
No, the omnibus for this one was only the Aincrad saga, which is the first 2 books. Because it goes from Aincrad to the next arc. At least in the manga, it does.
Okay.
It goes.
I'd have to look at that.
Okay, so it goes Sword Art Online, Aincrad, and then Sword Art Online Fairy Dance, which is when he's introduced to Alfheim.
Right.
And then Phantom Bullet, and then Caliber, and then Mother's Rosario, Ordinal Scale, Project Alicization, Girl Ops, and then the other ones. So
right.
Aincrad was only the omnibus was only covered Aincrad 1 and 2, and then Fairy Dance is next, which they didn't have Fairy Dance when I was at Barnes and Noble.
Gotcha.
So I might have to hit up Harry to try to see if he can order those for me.
Oh, yeah. So just like normal, I want to try to go over a couple of the things. We're gonna try at least by our goals are going to be starting in April. I want to try to have us have a Discord that our viewers can officially
Access.
join so they can chat with us at will and join us in our topics of that we enjoy talking about, such as D&D, Pokemon,
Anime.
40K, anime, and all that other fun stuff. On top of that, I would also like to get our official fundraiser started up for the choosing of the color of my hair or Chloe's hair, or if we can dye maybe Mike's hair,
Nope.
depending on how he
Nope.
fares. Maybe if we raise enough money.
The only reason why I say that is because you got to remember I go into old people's homes as a job. Yeah, and
True.
yeah, sometimes they don't like people with colored hair going into their homes. It's a whole prejudice thing.
True. So what we'll have to do is we might have to we'll make up some rules or come up with some ideas. Maybe if it's like the vote with the color with the most money gets the color pick. The person with the most money put towards them gets the next person to be colored, and so on. We want to try to raise up that money so that way we can hopefully raise a good amount for Christmas time to bring to the Children's Hospital. I believe our best bet would be that we're going to look at probably going and teaming up with Blue Ox and pick up a bunch of games to bring to the Children's Hospital to kind of bring games for them to have at the hospital to use as they see fit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Would probably be the best bet for us. I think it would be a really nice thing for us to do, and I would love to see it happen, and I think it would be a really nice thing.
Hopefully,
Who knows?
Hopefully they'll actually let us in the hospital when everything starts to settle down, especially
Yeah.
here where we're at. Another thing
Well-
that. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping that too. I'm pretty sure with this being a small group, it would probably be worth it, or they would.
Yeah, just I can probably talk to a couple people that I know in the hospital that I make contacts with and see what they can do when the time comes.
So, Blue Ox deals with another group of the nurses that actually go through there,
Gotcha.
that work
Okay.
there. So
So
I was going to try to get up with them also. So
Yeah.
we're going to try to see what we can do. I would also like to eventually see if we can get a group started up at the hospital for D&D, maybe.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That we might try to do that coming up or something.
I'd also
Who knows?
I had an idea I'd like to run past you guys, especially Duroc and Matt. I'd be really interested in having like a tournament, like either a Magic the Gathering MTGA tournament or just a tournament on games that we have.
Okay.
Okay.
So just think about what you guys might want to do. I'm okay with doing with whatever. Just we have to make sure that it's Twitch appropriate, so no Cards Against Humanity.
Darn.
Because that's banned on Twitch.
I have Crabs Just Humidity, but it's even worse.
Yeah.
As I think of it.
So like.
Disney Against Humanity.
Oh gosh. So it was just an idea. I thought that would be interesting to bring up. We could potentially start.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless you. Another thing that we could do like a Minecraft play or something like that. If you guys are interested in that.
I've never played Minecraft.
And I've been trying to get her to, but we still got to get her desktop up and running better.
We could do a bunch of stuff. I have a few ideas. Of course, with my area of expertise, especially with the games that I'm playing now, is going to be Warhammer, Total War. I've actually been meaning to play I'm so excited for Total War 3. I can't wait for that game to come out. But we can find something that we can all play.
Like I said, keep an eye out for what is to come from us on here, on our YouTube channel and our Facebook. Definitely keep up with us. You can check out all of our Facebook pages. You can find me. I'm up there under Herrick Fells. You can find our group. It's right up under there for all of us. You can contact us all right under that. If you have any questions or concerns, or you want to talk to any one of us, we all have access to that one account. So if you want to talk to us, that is our main account. By all means, you could always comment or leave a message to us personally through here, under Other Path, or under Coach Caboose TV, or Baka, or BK, or B4K4, or Duroc, or what are you under there? Chloe?
What am I under where?
On Twitch. Are you on Twitch?
Mm-mm.
I think
Are you
maybe.
streaming? No.
No, I don't know how to do
figure that out.
I don't know how to do, but I will be.
We'll figure that out too.
I'd be. You know what? You know what I just thought about is I think 3 out of 5 of us are actually League players, and I haven't played League since any of the updates. So
I sort of play, but I'm garbage.
I'd like to.
I am garbage.
She lies.
I am garbage.
I'd actually like to see us all play League.
She lies.
Play with us. I'll play with you. I play support, ADC, and sometimes mid lane.
I am not trash. The last time I played, I just played. I felt.
Well, let's be trash together.
Yeah, let's be trash together. I'll be Cho'Gath in the jungle. We'll be fine.
It'll be great. Oh my gosh,
you're stealing my lane?
Say what?
Oh yeah, John's the jungler now.
Wait, you're stealing my lane?
I mean, I could take top and just do Nasus. Just ban.
Well, Cho'Gath can go top too.
Well, I know, but Cho'Gath is such a mana-hungry parasite. It's hard to do a top lane in the beginning of the phases. Plus, I don't know his build order anymore because they changed everything, and I hate it.
No, that's great.
No, it's the problem is
you might have to look forward to us being on League of Legends.
Yeah,
you never know.
I think
we might all hop on and look for Dragon's Breath Forge to hop on as a team.
I think that would
never
be
know.
Really,
we might get better.
Yeah, we could make a clan. We can do stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Yeah,
we could do tournaments too on Clash.
Yeah, we could do that. We should practice. We should practice first.
Be a rank, though.
Yeah, we should practice first.
I don't do ranked. Other than that,
you're gonna have to, hon.
No, please.
All right, so let's think about this. Everybody should.
Like I said, keep an eye out for it. We'll have some fun. Look forward to next week. On Monday, we'll have our game conversation, and Friday night, D&D. We have Thursday with the dwarves taking over the world, and Coach Caboose.
Hopefully, we can get better progress.
So, So remember, watch your feet. Keep looking down. You never know; they might be around. Sorry.
Damn Skaven. Damn Skaven. All right, everybody.
Most importantly, have some fun, keep adventuring, and stay healthy.
Anymore.
Later.
See ya.
Bye.